for the numbers, you mind me asking what the numbers look like on the rental arbitrage? Like, meaning like what is the rental amount, approximately how much it would bring in on a month-to-month basis, just to give people an idea. And just to clarify for like the viewers out there watching, on rental arbitrage, you don't own the building. You're basically leasing out the building, and then you can manage an Airbnb business out of it. So the risk or the startup cost is very minimal relative to going out there, putting $100,000 down to buy a property versus maybe a first month's rent and a first month's deposit, which is a lot less. So what do the numbers look like? That's probably my favorite part.
Yeah. So the area that I'm in, it's centrally located, and I've noticed that my clientele for this particular area is very particular. That I started to notice after a couple of months of having my unit. So my unit can lease out as low as $89 a night, all the way up to $139. And I use a system. I use a price generated system to fluctuate the price depending on the availability and also the demand. So during the weekdays, usually is going to be the lower price. But once you start hitting Thursday, Friday, it starts to increase. Now, if I my lease at that particular complex is around 1,800 for a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, but I can make up to 23, 25 on top of that. Or I can make up to that, so I'm able to cash flow a couple $100. So, it's less of a headache now that I have these systems in place. My cleaning crew is awesome. I barely see the unit. They stock inventory for me and just send me an invoice. If there's any repairs or maintenance that need to be made, I put in a request with the apartment complex. And I also ensure that I stay in great communication with the apartment complex so that they know that I'm on top of whatever is happening, because they know that I have a corporate lease. They know that I physically do not stay there. They know that, it is in incoming traffic. So as far as numbers, my first year, I was able to make 25 grand from that one unit. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Which is awesome because it's something that's scalable. I have a friend in Florida as well too that does rental arbitrage, and I mean, you don't own the property, but it's a way to get your feet wet into the investment game. So yeah, I see the Airbnb model growing, and I see a lot of people getting into it. And I also see, like, I think it's a great model because, I mean, you're providing a service and people love that service, which is awesome.